this to... All right, so we're going to take this 8.4 Uconnect radio system out of the Black Beauty here. And these are the tools that I will be using. You can see we've got screw gun, plastic pry bars, tools. That's everything that I'll be using. This is the screen here. You can see right in through here, this big old bubble. When I get this out, I'll show you. But you know, to get prepared for this, because I've never done this before, I watched this video, and you know, shout out to them for showing you how to take this apart. Once I get this out, we'll get it in the house. We'll get the CUESCREENS, which I bought to replace this, and I'll share with you their video. Both videos will be in the description below. But hopefully, for those of you with a 2018 Ram 2500 with an 8.4 Uconnect radio system, find this helpful, because it took me forever to figure out and piece pieces together on how to do this. And I get that 2013 to 18 is basically the same thing, but for me, I like to say, what is my vehicle and how does it work on that vehicle? So that's why I'm putting this together. For any of you out there with a 2018 Ram 2500 Bighorn, this video will hopefully help you. So let's get to work. So basically what we have to do, everything says, is we got to pull this out. So we're gonna grab our pry tool. We can do that. Maybe this is the right one, maybe it's not. Oh, yeah. Take this piece off first. And there's those screws that we were told about. So, said a T20 bit was the size. That must be a 25. Let's give it. Okay. This might get loud in just a second, but pretty simple. Pretty simple. Okay. So we got the screws out. I'm guessing that this is going to... Oh, maybe we don't take that out. All right. So now we move down here, and we were told there was a screw in there as well. I don't think you can see it, but it's in there. Right there. So we got to get that screw out. Probably gonna need a longer drive. All right, a couple hours later. And there's our next screw. Okay, so now everything should be off, and we're just supposed to use our little tool here to pull these off, I guess. I tell you, the guys that do this for a living make this really look easy. And maybe it is. but it sure isn't for me. So any of you other DIYers out there, take note. All those cracking and everything's supposed to be sufficient, but this just feels like this part should come off first. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take that part out now. Okay, I know where to put this, so I'm just gonna go here with it. Hopefully. All right, well, turns out, as I said, some things are model specific. So you got to take all this out, all that out. There's 2 screws there, Phillips, 7mm, and it is 7mm. That you got to take out down there. So and then this piece would appear just comes out after you get these taken care of. And then once that comes out, I got a little bit of stress on that, so well, okay, that's gonna be sweet because that just fell down, so I'll have to find that in a minute. All right, so now, and see the 12 volt down there? There's gonna be a piece under. This is just supposed to pull out now. It's supposed to be in clips. Open that. Okay, there it is. There's the wire, see that? Okay, we got to get that guy out. Okay, he just disconnects like that. There you have it. That piece, we're just going to set that in the back of the truck for a minute. Okay, now it would appear, again, I'm going to have to go find the screw down there somewhere. Oh yeah, pay attention, because these will fall off. I do remember seeing that in a video. Okay, getting it apart here. it's kind of cool. Once you take stuff apart, like, see how it all works, fits together. Now, I was told in this next video, and I will put a link to that. Oh goodness, the shifter is in the way. I have to figure out how to get the shifter out of the way now. Okay, so this looks like these wires are pretty tight back in there, so I'm probably gonna have to go off screen to pull those out. And somehow, once I get it out, I mean, I'll show you, you could see the bubbles, right? Once I get this out, I'll come back. And all those wires. All right. It looks like they got everything color coded so that when you go to put it back in, okay, pink to pink. Oh boy. Probably shouldn't be having wires hold those. Let's go back to here. I like the easy ones they make. These guys here. I don't think this doesn't feel like it should be. There we go. Okay. Okay. Just had to kind of be a little bit more assertive with it. This one, pretty simple. All right, now on this one here, apparently there is a clip behind it that you've got to do that, and then this comes up and just pulls it out, and there you have it. So far so good, nothing broken, a lot of wires, but you can see, right, I mean, just follow that path that starts about right here and kind of circles down. You can see this is a known problem. Like, I don't know why there isn't a recall on this, because literally everything in your system, from climate control to radio, your phone, everything is done through this. There's no manual way to change any of that. And, you know, there's been videos out there of the, well, you can really see that bubble now, but there's been videos out there of, you know, the ghost touching, like, that's distracted when you're driving. I'm surprised, you know, RAM or Uconnect hasn't put a recall on this, because this is a known flaw after 3 years. I don't know how many people have their vehicle on a 3-year note, but I would imagine it's not many. So, you know, this is very dangerous. So I went with CUESCREENS. Now I'm not going to take this all apart. I'm going to follow CUESCREENS. We'll go through that in a minute. But underneath this screen here that you touch is glued to the actual LCD screen. And that glue resin is supposed to create a thermal barrier. And that's what enables all this touching stuff to happen. Well, the problem is that glue gets these bubbles in it. And you can see on mine here, and we'll definitely see this, but this is glue leakage out of the system, right? Like, this is a Ram 2500. This is a big vehicle. Like, if all of a sudden the driver of one of these gets distracted, that just seems negligent on behalf of Ram and Uconnect. Like, there should definitely be a recall on this, and it should not cost the consumer what it costs me. I'm doing this on my own because I'm comfortable a bit mechanically. Not going to say that I do any of this for a living, because I don't. But, you know, if you take this to the dealership, get it fixed, you're 4 figures easy. The screen to replace this, I think, is a good price. It's still $350. Like, that's not cheap. So, yeah. All right. I'll get off my pulpit now, but all right. We're going to head in, and now we're going to take this apart. Okay. Now we're on to the next part. We're going to put some gloves on this one because we're dealing with some electronic parts here. But let's open the package that we got from CUESCREENS. This is our new system. Oh, look it. They give you your tool. I also brought a tool. By the way, I'll put in the description where I got that set of tools. It was just on Amazon, and it was... I got some tweezers here too. Thank you, CUESCREENS. Shout out to you guys, even though I'm not obviously sponsored. This is the box. Genuine CUESCREENS, quality tested. Comes like this. Register here for warranty. Here's the installation instructions, which is that video that I'll link to in the description. We're just gonna do not restock. Okay, don't worry about that. This is going in the truck. All right, here we are. Here's our new screen. And before we get to this, I'm gonna set this aside. We've got to follow the instructions on how to get this sucker off. So I was told we just take these screws out. Just like in the truck, we're just gonna go slow with this. I know, funny. Because of all these connections in here, I really do recommend just going slow. Again, remember, I don't do this for a living, so you're seeing somebody that does not do any of this do this, so you can totally do it also. We're gonna pull these screws out. And what they said in the video from CUESCREENS is that we pop these little guys up. I don't remember which one's mine and which one's theirs, but I don't think it matters because they both... So we're just going to pop these up. They're just metal. Okay. There's 8 of them. So we're going to want to get in on these. I bet you like the manufacturer. has some that are the inclination there. Just come in from the side like that. That seemed to work just fine. Come in from the side here. I'm gonna wait on this because remember, this is where that glue piece was, right? I'm just not really excited about that. We're gonna continue to pop these up here. And we'll be able to fold those back down when the time comes. Be careful. Well, that's not good. I don't tell you about that. I'm gonna have to figure that out now. Shucks. That's what that is. That's really not good. If that's okay. This is a screw housing. Definitely want that to stay. Second. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna try and tape this down. I don't know how good this is gonna be, but we're just try some Scotch tape here. We're just gonna tape that. Definitely did not do this. They did say in the video from CUESCREENS that you gotta pay attention to this, but they didn't say how super loose it gets. And my guess is you gotta take all those screws out. I bet you I did this backwards, didn't I? All right, I did it backwards. We're gonna put all this back. Okay, that's right. You're supposed to take all that stuff off first. That's fine. This is why you live and learn. I just got couple steps ahead of myself there. And that's when you follow directions. Now we can get this off. And CUESCREENS does tell you to do that first. I just jumped ahead because it's a lot less scary unscrewing things than it is this part, at least for me. I apologize if this is a long video, but okay, so now we got it off. Now we got to be careful because there is a piece in here that we don't want to kind of ruin. So just nice and slow, like they say in the video. And remember, there is a wire in here that is basically your antenna from all the other videos I could watched. So I want this to be very, very careful. You can see there's that wire. I don't want to cut that. So now what we have to do is take this off. Whew. This is a lot of stuff, y'all. This gets very scary because now things get expensive. Mistakes now get expensive. All right, nice and slow. And again, shout out to all you guys that do this for a living. Now, this is kind of, in my opinion, the definition of a professional. I don't care if it's a programmer, athlete, mechanic. You guys that do this professionally, you make this look so easy. And I'm going to say this specifically is simple. Simple is not always easy. So just, unless you're a professional, take your time. And I guess there's folks out there like one of the guys I love on YouTube, probably all you guys do as well, Whistling Diesel. He probably just smashed this with a sledgehammer and then figure out how to put it back together, but that's not me. That takes... All right, so now you grab it, the whole thing. Okay, so now we're moving along here. I try and get some more light on this situation just because my eyes aren't the best. All right, now we're gonna put our gloves on because I'm gonna start touching stuff that I don't want to get any oils from my fingers on. These are just black nitrile gloves from AutoZone. All right. So now here we're just supposed to clip. Supposed to flip these up, I guess. All right. I don't not liking. Let's try to get this over here. Okay. It really is just flips up 90 degrees, but then that comes out, and there you have it. You can see, look at that. Look at that bubble. It's crazy. I might put another video together because I was watching some folks that had the ability to take this top part out and then wash all the glue off and then use like double-sided Gorilla Tape for that thermal barrier. But I mean, for the most part, outside of this is in really good shape. All right, so we're gonna put this off to the side, and now we're gonna bring in I got dogs, y'all, and there was, if any of you got dogs, you know dog hair gets literally everywhere. All right, so we're gonna pull this. This is our new screen from CUESCREENS. And everything is there. Now we're just gonna go in the reverse order. Right? Everything is there. It appears, anyways. And the only thing that I can see missing is this piece. So it looks like we're gonna have to grab this piece from this unit here, and that's gonna go in like that. Okay, so now we're gonna flip this guy up. And this guy is just supposed to have some tabs. You can see those little edge pieces there? Let's just fall into place. I'm gonna get set this down just to work on here. That way, I'm not on scratching anything. All right. And it says, you know, here's the video display. So this goes to the display side. And I forgot to tell you, the other thing in the video is these two lines. They have significance. All right, so we're in. And now you can't see the lines. Everything is how it's supposed to be. Okay. Now we're gonna take this guy here. We're gonna set him to the side. All right, now we're ready to reinstall. So this is going to be a little I hope my big head isn't in the way of the camera, because that's it. Like I said, simple, not easy. And I think it's in there how it's supposed to be. We'll see when we go to put these screws back in. Again, just gonna set it on top of this. Oop, be careful of that guy. This is gonna be the real test. I'm taking my gloves off because they're sweating. All right. Okay, that piece works. That piece works. This was a question mark if you remember from before. All right, now I'm going to take a Scotch tape off. Anyway, it served its purpose, this Scotch tape. It really did. Remember, I told you, take it slow. I probably don't need to do this, but the last thing I want to do. Okay, we're just gonna tighten these up till it stops. We're just going to put this back on. And we're going to... That's it, y'all. I just need to make sure these tabs are down. They're all metal. Just, you know. Make sure that they're down. Okay. That's it. Now we reinstall it. And hopefully we did everything right. All right. Back in the truck. I'm gonna put the nitrile gloves back on. I got a tripod this time, just so I could shoot some more stable video. Here we are, all set up. ready to go. So we're gonna start by, I guess, putting everything back in. I'm gonna try and go in the order in which I took it all out. So I'm gonna put this guy in first. Okay, part 1 done. Yay. All right, purple to purple. White to white. So you hear that click. Yellow to yellow. Pink. Pink. And then this guy feels like I'm just gonna go in like that. Okay. And now we're all in. I just have to find my here. So we're just gonna remember, take your time. Just want to get this secured in here. Then we'll get the key on. You notice I'm not going, there's no torque specs on this, so I'm just getting it to the point of resistance on the gun. All right, moment of truth, y'all. Moment of truth. And voila. I'm gonna have to program most of this, but it's probably gonna have to sync up, right? Like some of these aren't working yet. Controls are starting. The computer has to recognize the new machine, so don't get alarmed if at first these aren't all working for you. I did see a few videos where it's going to take a little bit for the computer to recognize it, but the point is, and I can circle back probably in an hour or so as the computer starts to go through all this, it's working, and that's what we wanted to make sure at the beginning. So it's working. I'm going to turn it off and put everything back together, hopefully. Okay. And remember those orange clips? I found 2. I don't know where the other ones went. I didn't hear anything rattling around, but I'm just gonna put these back in here is this kind of looks like where they want to be, is around that area. Again, I didn't find all of them. I didn't hear anything rattling around. White clips on all the outside edges. I'm just missing one orange clip. I didn't see it in here. I didn't see it fall down. No, it did. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that folks didn't do this properly, but I don't see the orange clip anywhere. That's all that I'm gonna say. I just don't see it. Well, again, I don't see an orange clip anywhere. So we're just gonna start putting things back together. Right? Okay, don't move these because I'm likely not going to be touching that anymore. I think my camera is about to die, but we're just putting everything back together, so I will, if my camera dies, which it's going to. Alright, I'll see you on the other side. Okay, folks. We are in business. Here's our new screen. Look at that. What a beaut. You can see everything works. Pre-selected channels. We've got our controls, seats and mirrors, and camera works. Settings, clock, camera, display. This is how we want it set up. Got all these to choose from. So yeah, I can put this back on. This sets it up so that my heated seats will turn on when I start the truck. I couldn't have that on before because the ghost buttons sometimes wouldn't allow me, that last screen wouldn't allow me to go in and change it because seats can get pretty hot. So, all right, we're all done. Hopefully, that video help some folks.